Hi, I'm Phil from Sweet Seats. Today we're going to cover installing Sweet Seats Standard Edition seats on Club Car Precedents. The Precedent that we're going to be working with today is a 2012, this one's actually 2014, but from 2012 and up, that's all the new series. You can tell the newer series seats quite easily because they have a wood base instead of the first series plastic base. Pretty simple to do. As you can see, a wooden base here. We are going to reuse the stock hip restraints, and we're going to reuse the hinge tabs also, and we're going to reuse the original hardware. The tools that you need for this are pretty basic. You're going to need an 11mm socket, a 10mm socket, a wrench, and a screwdriver, a Phillips. So let's start by getting the hardware pulled from our seat base. And then we'll reuse the hardware for the hinge tabs also. And those take an 11mm. Okay, we're finished with this original seat, so we'll set that aside. And we'll get our Sweet Seats seat base installed. Any of these T-nuts, even if you have an impact driver, always start them by hand. It's very easy to have these things get jammed up and twist. And that can set you back. Okay, now we're ready to put our hip restraints on. Switch back to our 10mm. Alright, when we're ready to install our hip restraints, on a brand new set of seats it helps to soften them up a little bit because the bolsters are quite full. So you want to squish them a bit. And that'll make putting them on a little bit easier. And we're going to start with the front corner up here. Always get them started by hand. Very easy to strip these out otherwise. Now that we've got a leverage point, we can get those going. Don't tighten them all the way down until you got the next set started. Alright, I'll do the driver's side. And once again, of course, we'll start in one corner. Take the low-hanging fruit. Okay. The reason I like to start with the seat base instead of the seat back is it makes it easier to make sure that your seat back is getting lined up correctly, which you'll see in a moment. All right. So far, so good. All right, let's remove the seat back. Seat backs are the same for all the Precedents at this point, as of this filming anyway, 2019. So you go in with your 10mm socket again, remove the screws back here, and they're held on by 2 screws, and then they go in with cradle. There isn't going to be anything that we need from the original seat. We will need to install 2 clips for the seat back, because if you look over here, the original seat has some clips that go into here, and so we use some aluminum clips on the sweet seats so it sits into the cradle. Should have a box of hardware that came with your sweet seats. In there is going to be some screws, which we're going to use here in a moment, and 2 clips. These will get installed with the clip facing towards the bottom of the seat. Started by hand again, of course. All right. Now there's a couple of things to note on this. You can see where these clips are going to clip into here, but there is some play that goes back and forth. The other thing to note is that there's an actual tray at the bottom for the seat back. Once we get this placed or centered side to side, we're going to push down on this. These clips will expand, and we want to get it so that the seat bottom gets all the way down to the bottom of this tray. Make sure that we're centered. Well, we look pretty good. We got all the way down to the bottom. I can tell by looking down here. You can see that it's on the bottom surface there, and that gives the seat quite a bit of stability. So now we're ready to attach the seat. We're going to do that with the screws that we got for the hardware. Lock washer, regular washer. And you're going to want to start them out at a little bit of an angle like that. check and make sure they're tight. There you have it. Your suite seats are installed. I did that on a dusty floor. As a finishing touch, we're going to install some seat wraps today, which are pretty simple. We have seat wraps available for basically all of the carts that we sell suite seats for. They're pretty simple. They just attach with some Velcro. They make a nice finishing touch, and they do help pad your hips if you're going to come in contact with hip restraints. There you have it. Set of standard suite seats installed on a 2014 Club Car Precedent. The installation process is the same if you elect to go with two-piece backs. Precedents, we like to use a one-piece back, gives it a little bit more structural strength. Look for more videos. We'll be introducing an entire series of videos helping you install all of our suite seats products on all of the manufacturer's carts. Thanks for watching.